Manitoba Liquor Marts presents The Great Tastes of Manitoba.
Hi everyone, Jim Ingebrigtsen, and welcome to yet more Great Tastes of Manitoba. And we have been waiting for Sarah Cahill from the Dairy Farmers of Manitoba, well, for at least a week, but often really for a year. Al Boness, back once again. Always a challenge, I think, for you, Al. I know it would be for me to pair some of your products with a lot of what Sarah makes.
Looking forward to this, desserts.
Oh, I know you are. Sarah, what are you going to do for us today so Al can know and get on with his shopping and so I can start getting my taste buds ready?
Sounds good. Well, today is all about butterscotch. We are making desserts that we can incorporate our butterscotch into. So we're going to start off by making our butterscotch sauce, and then we're going to make a pumpkin bread pudding, which we're going to drizzle our sauce on top of. Next, we're going to be making a butterscotch tart. And then finally, we're finishing off with a butterscotch swirl ice cream cake.
Oh, well. That should be just about right.
Oh, ice cream cake. How can you go wrong? I'm curious about the pumpkin bread pudding. I can smell all of these spices here. I'm assuming there's a lot of spices that's going to go in there.
Absolutely. There's cinnamon, there's pumpkin pie spice, there's all sorts of wonderful flavors and scents, yes.
Yeah, something along the lines of a rum beer, I think. I don't know if there is one, but
we'll look into that, Jim.
yeah. Oh, good.
I'll see you soon.
Thanks. See you
Thank
later.
you.
Okay, Sarah. Let's get to it
it.
here. Yeah.
Let's get to that butterscotch sauce, which is basically the star ingredient of all of our recipes. We're going to start by adding, we've actually got our melted butter in the pot already, to which we're going to add some dark brown sugar. We've used the dark brown sugar because it gives it a really nice coloring, makes it a nice
What have
dark.
you got there? About a cup and a half?
Yeah, cup and a half, cup and 3/4. Yeah. And then we actually have some cream as well, which we're
Okay.
going to add
Does that
to
go
our
in now?
butterscotch. Yes, please.
And that's
And
full cream?
Full 100% whipping cream, yep. And so we're going to mix this up and we're going to heat it until basically all that sugar melts and it becomes smooth, and then it's going to become thick, and then it's going to turn into a lovely butterscotch sauce.
I could probably just eat it like that.
Yeah, well, we're
Like
going
a
to.
little fondue. You just dip these little bread things in there.
Sometimes I have it on waffles. Who knows?
Oh, wow.
Let's make that bread pudding, which we're going to put it on top
Alrighty.
of. All right. So for our bread pudding,
Yeah.
it is a pumpkin bread pudding, as I said. So it's kind of a twist on our traditional dish. So we have our pumpkins. This is basically just pureed pumpkin, which we're adding. Got that in
Now,
there.
can you use canned pumpkin there?
Yes, this is exactly what I've used,
Oh, it
because
is?
pumpkin is not always in season. So when it's
right.
not in season, it's nice to have the cans. We've got some more brown sugar in there, some eggs, and then some flavor.
vanilla.
So exactly, you're one step ahead of me, hey?
No,
Some vanilla,
no.
that's great.
No, but I'm right behind you.
Some pumpkin pie seasoning and some cinnamon. So all goes in there. And then our final ingredient is our milk. So there's actually quite a bit of milk in this recipe, so it's also good for us, right?
Well, absolutely.
So we're
Dairy.
gonna whisk that all up nicely. And once it's nice and whisked up, we're gonna add our bread cubes. So if you wanted to reach those bread cubes over here, we've cubed the bread, and it's actually 100% whole wheat bread that we've used.
Oh, now
Fiber's
that's
a
a good
nutrient
idea.
we don't tend to get enough of, so when we can get it into our whole wheat bread or whole wheat flour, it's a nice way to increase our fiber intake.
Very good idea.
Yeah. So if you wanted to dump about half of that in there, that would be great. We're going to fold in our bread cubes. You want to fold them in because you don't want to sort of mash them up. You want them to remain as fluffy as possible. That looks great.
Okay.
We'll fold them in there. That is wonderful.
We'll soak that up and kind of
Yeah,
reduce
you can,
a little.
Exactly. You can throw some
Ready for
more
the
in there.
rest?
Absolutely. Dump her all in. Fantastic. Thank you. So that's actually about 3/4 of a loaf of a bread, or 10 cups, however you want to
notice how
measure
not
it.
one fell out.
Ooh, you did very good. You did
Oh,
better
well.
than me, probably. And then the raisins as well would be great. So these are golden raisins that we've added. You can use any raisins you want, or if you're not really into raisins, you don't have to add the
You
raisins.
just use
dump them all
golden
in. Because you know what, they give it a nice little flavor, a few more nutrients if you want to go with that angle.
But now, speaking of flavor, you mentioned butterscotch. Is there what is the big difference between, say, butterscotch and caramel? Could you have done caramel?
Yeah, we could have done a caramel sauce. The difference is not really so much in flavor, but actually how they're made. The butterscotch sauce is a cream and a brown sugar mixture, whereas the caramel sauce is a white sugar, regular sugar, and water. And it's brought to a boil, and then it caramelizes. So that's how you get the similar flavor.
see.
So once this is all mixed up, essentially, we're going to add it into our pan.
This is quick.
Yeah, it's very quick, very easy. When it's in the pan, you're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes so that bread can absorb all of the moisture from our ingredients. And then you're gonna bake it off for about 40 minutes or so, and you have a really easy but quite tasty traditional dessert. So this is our pumpkin bread pudding.
And bake it at what?
At about 350 for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, remember what we're gonna do with our butterscotch sauce? We're gonna drizzle it on top of there once it's all baked off. So I have some prepared for
So
you.
this is what it looks like.
That's what it looks like when it's all done. Serve it warm. It's much better when it's warm. And if you wanted to
think
drizzle
so.
some butterscotch sauce on there, feel free to be generous.
Oh, okay. Boy, there's something I don't hear at home.
There we go.
Oh, like about that much?
That looks great.
Holy moly.
All right, did you want to give it a shot?
No, I don't think I better really try anything. Well, maybe just a little, just to kind of, you know, I'm sure it's great, but I'll just have a little bite. It's very nice.
Good. Glad you like it.
Yeah. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with more of Sarah Cahill right after this.